Peace, love, and light, family. It's T. And I'm here today to share with you a full moon ritual. Okay. We are embarking on the full moon tonight. I mean, the moon is always present, whether we can see it or not in the daylight, but oftentimes you can see it. And so, I wanted to share my ritual with you. Just a space cleansing, sacred space cleansing. I'll charge my crystals tonight. And also, this is high tea. And today I'm not having tea, but I will be inhaling vapors. So I'll share with you how I do that. And medicate because I'm experiencing still some pain, some nerve pain in my neck, arm, and shoulder. And so this will help relax me. And so let's get started. What I have here is a smudging stick with lavender, red rose petals, and white sage. So that's what I'm using today to clear my space. And also, I have this cute little stand where I'll be able to let it burn. Once I do that, I think I'm going to do a reading, tarot reading, and I can share with you guys the results as well. Okay? So let's get started. I will smudge, and you can use this same smudging technique to clear out your spaces as well. I'm just going to move my little bait. All right, and so here we go. It's been a lot going on. My family has experienced the death of my beloved cousin at such a young age. The passing, transitioning on to the ancestral realm, Lizette. And she is missed. All my cousins, even though we don't speak, letting you know that I love you. Take care of yourself. Mentally, spiritually, and physically. And so now, smudging prayer. Okay? Negativity that invades my sacred space, I banish you away with the light of my grace. You have no hold or no power here, for I stand and face you with no fear. Be gone forever, for this I will say, this is my sacred space, and you will obey. And so you speak what you want into existence. Spelling is not just, based on knowing how to spell words, but knowing how to use them and speak them. Speak what you want for your life into existence. I'm doing that more and more and more with affirmations every day, goal setting, vision boarding, meditation. Eating well, eating clean as possible. I mean, we all have our shortcomings. We have our desires. Sometimes they, overcome us. But everything in moderation, right? I know when the full moon comes, my cycle shows, and I do have a taste for chocolate. And I used to just have to have a whole bar. Now all I have to have is a piece, a little tiny piece. And, I get that out, and that's it. And so you light it and you blow on the embers to keep it going. And I feel like I love this. It's beautiful. The white sage with the rose petals and the lavender. You can use thyme, rosemary, sage, other dried flowers as well. And so I will use this also to, clean my cards, prepare them for a reading as well. and I have my odd feather, and you can use that instead of blowing the fan. And sweep it through. Oftentimes we'll walk through the house and sweep it through to get in the dark corners as well. Anywhere that you feel tension or negativity, or you want to raise the vibration of the space. Make sure your windows are open. Fresh air flows. All of that. Okay. And so, while that burns, I will also prepare my bag. Okay. And so, this I love because I'm not necessarily a blunt smoker or a joint smoker. Once in a while I have a pre-roll, but I really like to inhale clean smoke, and this gives me the ultimate clean smoke. I mean, talk about flavor and tasting the crystals and tasting the terpenes. This is definitely what you need. And so this is also in the aromatherapy vaporizer. So you can also use dried herbs in here too, to not necessarily inhale yourself, but to release into the air. And so I'll let it warm up a little. And while we do that, I will shuffle my cards. And so for those who utilize tarot, there's different sets. I have different sets. This is my very first, so I know these cards well. I'm learning my other two sets as well. And so, I use the whole deck. Sometimes you can just use the major cards, but I also use the minor as well. And, people have been reading cards since they've been created. Even a regular deck of cards, you can do readings with. Excuse the shaking. That's, is what it is. So, what have you guys been up to? Me, I've just been dealing, with the loss, dealing with the pain that I'm experiencing, and just, this whole social isolation that we have to be dealing with for now. It is a lot. It can weigh a lot on us. And so, if anybody needs to talk, you can reach out. If I'm available, I definitely don't have no problem, connecting. Being that I cut my cards, cut my deck, so now they are ready to be placed and read. So sorry, I'm lighting this up because it goes out. And so, some people say if it goes out, you don't keep lighting it. I do. I mean, it's jumbled, it's bunched up together. So, it's not going to burn right through every time, but burning enough. Okay. And so, now let me get this started. And you can see how this works. And as I patiently wait, there's been a lot that's going on. I think it's been a minute. But yeah, it takes, I think it's been a little bit over 3 weeks since I, wound up injuring my neck. So I just have not been in a space to talk and record. I still communicate, but it's just the energy it takes to set up. I just wasn't in the mood. So I missed a lot of topics. But I'm also preparing for my oldest rather, to go off to college, and I am concerned. And there it is. And so this is full of vapors. It's a very light smoke. And so as I prepare for him to go off, I am concerned, I want him to be safe. I'm hoping that the school is prepared to welcome students in and, be socially distanced, because they say that the younger people are getting ill. So, that's a big concern, Also, the going back to school for the elementary school kids, I'm not with it. I'll pass. My daughter, she's going to high school, but she's a freshman. She would be. And she's going to distance learn, and if they don't have distance learning for them, she will be homeschooled. That's it. Why would I send her somewhere where I'm not willing to go? And I agree with teachers. They are not babysitters. They are not there to babysit your children while you go to work for somebody else. And they have to put their lives at risk. Why? That's unfair. And so, I think that they're moving too fast. Yeah. They're moving too fast. They're talking about a vaccine. They didn't have their vaccine. I'm not interested. Not interested at all. Also, I know this is an election year, and for some of us vote, some of us don't. I think that us as black people, need to really understand what political science is all about, and focus on what we need and what we desire collectively, and then speak to those who are willing to fight for our causes, and then put them in office. I'm not going to sign up for somebody, or vote for somebody in that is not interested, has no interest, because we don't cut them no checks, okay, to support black people passing the laws for us. So, and one thing about this, you can taste it. The strain that I have, very piney. I can taste the lemon. I can taste the lemon in it as well. Lemon terpenes. And so, back to, the topics of today. Anybody else caught Farrakhan on July 4th? I did. And I don't have to agree with everything he's saying, but majority of what he spoke upon was correct. Also, my take on the Nick Cannon video. I didn't see the video. I only got quotes. I mean, I didn't see where, what he said was absolutely wrong as far as what I heard. Now, I didn't hear him calling anybody, savages or whatever. But at the end of the day, I mean, was he historically incorrect? I don't disagree. It was his platform. But when you speak out and speak up, you have to be, and you're paid, by those who you're speaking against. Sometimes you have to be willing, to take the loss or know there's going to be some backlash. So that's what he dealt with. But, we got to do what's best for us and our families. Can't get mad because he felt like he needed to apologize. Hey, they cutting his check. That's just like you going to work. You mess up, you get fired, you going to do what? Or to avoid getting fired, you going to what? You going to apologize, you're going to take the consequences, whatever it is. Unless you're a business owner. But even then, if you have customers and clients, they have a choice. So you can't, you got to be mindful about who is offended. But we're all humans, right? That's what they say. So he's entitled. He's entitled to make mistakes, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. The other thing I didn't get to speak about was the entanglement with Jada and Will, right? And the young guy, August. I mean, he's pretty fine. But, hey, that's their life. They handling their situation. They raising their kids. They doing and that. And if that's something they was okay with, who cares? Who cares, It's like, look, black folk, do what y'all gotta do. Stick together. Stick together. We need to stick together. We need to unite. Period. That's where we're at. I really can't, I haven't been keeping up with the news, to that point. I just keep up with what's happening in my immediate area. Besides my family members, like what we just experienced with my cousin. That was basically, I mean, I didn't have siblings. I do now. I do have a younger sister now. It's 19, but growing up, for 22 years, I was the only child, and I am my mother's only child. So, and she was my aunt's only child. So we connected, based on that, as well as, both of our parents were our mothers were teenage, parents. And, they survived, they took care of us. And so, I really wish I could have had more time with her, so the point is, any petty arguments that you might be having, petty issues with close loved ones, that right now need each other in this pandemic, even if we don't live in the same state, but we do, we do live in the same area. Oh, hold on. I'm going to have to come back because... Okay, so... my video cut off. But I'm back. And I had to relight. Because it's definitely going out. I got my fan going as well, so... But, I wanted to go ahead and... share with y'all my tarot. So let me get this going. I'm gonna have to keep it in front of me so I can keep saying it. Tarot. Okay. And so being that I cut with that, we want to have a clean surface. And so my question is, give me insight into the energy surrounding my life right now. And what I like to do is I'll pull from the top. Yeah, let's see. And I'll pull from the middle. And then I'll pull from the bottom. You know, and if you want more than three, I want to do three, you know, make it quick. So as it toasts, because that's what this does, toasts. As it toasts, the smoke does get darker. And so, I got red lipstick on mine. I'm going to turn over the first card. The Five of Swords. The Eight of Cups. And the King of Pentacles. And so, all of my cards that I chose were upright. And so, a lot of times when I do tarot, because I also deal with numerology, I'm able to dig a little deeper. Based on the numbers of the cards as well. And, you know, that helps me to look into the energies that I feel like are surrounding my life right now, as well as the day. You know, it is August, the 8th month of a, 4-year. So, you know, for numerology, 8 and 4 is 12, right? And then 1 and 3, and 1 and 2 is 3, sorry. So we are in a 3-month, in a 4-year. You know, 4 is for like hard work, discipline, health, okay? That's a 4 universal year for everyone, but for me, it's also a 4 personal year. So, you know, those energies are surrounding. Also, with a 3-month, it's, you know, creativity as well. So it's a great month to be creative, you know, as well. And so also we're on the 3rd day of the 3 months. So 3 and 3 is 6. So it's a good day for love and family and as well. Okay. And so I'm going to dive in to my reading, and I wish everyone supreme wellness. Whatever that may look like for you. Peace, love, and light. And until next time, bye.